Here's how to incubate hookworm larvae from eggs. First thing you have to do is to get a poop sample. There's the poop sample that we're going to use. You see I collected in a paper cup with a spoon. You're going to add a bunch of water to it. I use distilled water. Here I'm doing that. I want to make it runny. The reason I want to make it runny is that there may be mechanical obstruction for the little larvae to get out of there once they're grown enough, and you want to not have them have any trouble getting out. So I add enough water to make it runny, stir it well. Now I'm adding vermiculite to make it chunky. You'll see what this mixture looks like. I'm stirring it well and trying to make sure that the vermiculite is completely coated. Something chunky like vermiculite will make it hang together and give it some bulk. At the same time, it won't be. The poop itself will be runny. That's what the mixture looks like. Sorry to gross you out. So here's what I incubate in. Coming up, here's a jam jar. Nothing fancy about this. I like the wider ones like this. They're easy to get my hands into. Now I'm going to put enough water in the bottom. It's usually 4 squirts from a pipette, just enough to cover the bottom. Okay, now I'll get a microscope slide. You can see that sitting on the jar right there. And I'm going to get some filter paper. Well, what I've done is cut a piece of unbleached coffee filter to fit that microscope slide. And I'm going to wet that down with some distilled water. And I'm just positioning it on the slide now. Make sure the filter paper is all wet. It's not hard to do. Capillary action is a great thing. And now I'm going to take a dollop of my poop vermiculite mixture and put it on the filter paper. High, and you notice that one end of the filter paper is all the way down to the bottom of the slide, so that filter paper goes down in the water. That filter paper is rough, and it gives the larvae a rough substrate to crawl down when they get out of the poop vermiculite mixture. Now I'm going to cover that up, and I'm going to go put it in my incubator. You'll see that in just a second. Here's my incubator. It's a Reptibator. I got it at a pet store. It has temperature and humidity controls, and I have a separate temperature and humidity meter. You'll see that. That's coming up shortly. Well, I keep a jar of water in there. It's just sort of a nasty little jar of water, and I keep it just to maintain the humidity. That water evaporates, and I don't worry about it. And here's the temperature humidity meter. Keep that in there. I don't think the LED indicator on the front of it is all that accurate. I'm not sure that little one I use is accurate. I set it to 99 Fahrenheit. It usually stays there in about 70% humidity. I put my jar in there and leave it for 7 to 9 days. And come back, and I usually have larvae. And we'll see how to harvest them in the next video.